In February 2023, in Hong Kong, a city where the lights never go out, and where fame can be a gateway to success, or a path to death, begins the story of Abby Choi, a young and successful model known for her appearances in major magazines and her striking presence in the fashion world. From the outside, Abby's life seemed perfect: fame, money, and style. But behind this facade, she lived a complex relationship with her past. Despite her divorce, she maintained contact with her ex-husband and his family. She continued to support them financially, providing them with housing, covering their expenses, and even allowing her ex-husband to work with her in managing some of her affairs. Abby believed that kindness breeds loyalty and that generosity protects relationships. However, this conviction began to crumble when Abby decided to sell a luxury apartment registered in her ex-husband's father's name. The problem wasn't just the sale itself, but the fact that her ex-husband's brother lived in the apartment and considered it his inalienable right. The decision to sell ignited a simmering resentment within the family, fueling a feeling that Abby was no longer the savior they had grown accustomed to, but rather a threat to their interests. Over time, the conflict transformed into a silent tension. Smiles were no longer genuine, and meetings were no longer innocent. As investigations later revealed, some family members began monitoring Abby's movements and tracking the details of her day, as if a sinister plot was being hatched behind the scenes. One day in February 2023, Abby left her home to meet a member of her ex-husband's family. Little did she know that this trip would be her last. She was lured to a rented house in a remote area, a former butcher shop, a secluded, hidden spot, carefully chosen. Worse still, the house had been prepared in advance: sharp tools, gloves, adhesives, everything was ready before her arrival. Inside that place, Abby Choi's life ended in a shocking way. The crime wasn't a momentary rage, but the result of cold-blooded planning, driven by greed and the desire to control money and property. After her disappearance, Abby's family became extremely worried, especially after losing contact with her. The police were notified, and an investigation was launched immediately. During questioning, investigators noticed clear inconsistencies in the statements of her ex-husband and members of his family. Conflicting accounts, illogical details, and attempts to evade direct answers. Tracing Abby's last known movements led police to the rented house. There, the truth unfolded. The location alone bore witness to the fact that the crime was not random. As the investigation progressed, several members of her ex-husband's family were arrested, turning the case into one of the most heinous crimes to shock public opinion in Hong Kong.